In a grand Moscow mansion where chandeliers sparkled like stars, lived a young woman named Elena Vorobyova. Her chestnut hair, always tied in a modest bun, framed eyes warm as amber, hiding a past she barely knew. Orphaned at a young age, Elena grew up in a grim orphanage, her life now reduced to sweeping floors and polishing silver for the Orlov family. Dressed in a plain maid's uniform, she moved through the house like a shadow, her hands calloused from endless work. Yet, in her heart burned a quiet hope, dreams of a life beyond servitude, kindled by stolen moments reading adventure novels in the mansion's vast library. The Orlovs were the epitome of wealth. Viktor Orlov, the patriarch, ruled with a voice that shook the walls, his fortune built on factories and real estate. His wife, Irina, draped herself in furs and diamonds, while their daughter, Senya, wielded her privilege like a weapon, her sharp tongue cutting down anyone beneath her status. To them, Elena was invisible, a tool, not a person. They never noticed the grace in her movements or the spark in her eyes as she dusted shelves, dreaming of far-off places. One rainy morning, as thunder rumbled outside, Senya's temper flared. She found a faint stain on her favorite silk dress, which Elena had painstakingly cleaned. "You useless wretch!" Senya shrieked, hurling the dress at Elena. "How dare you ruin my things, you filthy pauper!" Elena tried to explain. The stain was old, impossible to remove, but Irina swept in, her face cold. "Enough," she snapped. "You're a disgrace to this household." Viktor, lounging by the fireplace, nodded. "We don't keep incompetent maids. Pack your things, Elena. Leave today." Elena's heart sank, her hands trembling as she clutched her apron. The sting of their words burned, but she refused to cry. Silently, she gathered her few belongings, a tattered suitcase, a worn book, and stepped into the rain. The mansion's heavy door slammed shut behind her, the sound echoing like a final judgment. As she walked down the wet road, her dress soaked, a fierce resolve stirred within her. "I'll find my way," she whispered to the stormy sky. The next day, the Orlovs were summoned to their opulent drawing room by an unexpected visitor. Alexander Petrov, a distinguished lawyer with silver hair and a commanding presence, stood with a leather briefcase. "I'm here regarding the estate of Konstantin Vorobyov," he announced, his voice steady. "His daughter, Elena Vorobyova, has been located. She is the rightful heir to this mansion and the entire Vorobyov fortune." Viktor's jaw dropped. Irina's wine glass slipped, shattering on the floor. Senya leapt up, her voice shrill. "Elena, our maid. That's absurd." Alexander's smile was icy. "No mistake. Konstantin Vorobyov, your distant relative, left everything to his daughter. You've lived here under a temporary agreement, unaware this house belongs to her." The truth stunned them. Konstantin, a legendary industrialist, had hidden his daughter to protect her from greedy kin. After his death, Elena was lost to the orphanage, her identity buried by betrayal. Alexander had spent years tracking her down, unearthing documents that proved her claim, the mansion, vast lands, and a fortune in stocks, all hers. Unaware of the commotion, Elena sat in a rented room, her savings dwindling, planning her next move. When Alexander's call came, revealing her heritage, she froze. Her father had left her not just wealth but a legacy of compassion. The limousine that whisked her to Moscow felt like a dream, yet her heart remained grounded. Days later, Elena returned to the mansion, no longer in a maid's uniform but a flowing emerald gown, her hair cascading freely. The Orlovs, still residing there, faced her in the drawing room. Irina's forced smile faltered, Senya's eyes darted away, and Viktor's usual authority crumbled. "Elena, we didn't know," he stammered. She raised a hand, her voice calm but firm. "I hold no grudge. You gave me work when I had nothing. But this is my home now, and I want it to be a place of kindness." Elena announced that the mansion would become a sanctuary for orphans and the needy. She founded a charity in her father's name, funding schools and hospitals. The Orlovs, humbled, begged forgiveness. Senya, tears in her eyes, embraced Elena, whispering, "I was wrong." Elena smiled, her heart light. "We all make mistakes," she said. "It's what we do after that matters." The mansion, once cold and haughty, came alive with children's laughter and warmth. Elena, now its mistress, walked the halls she once cleaned, feeling her father's pride. She forgave the Orloves, knowing true strength lies in lifting others up, not tearing them down. Her story spread, a beacon of hope, the maid who became a queen, not for revenge, but for justice. The Orloves moved to a smaller home, their perspectives transformed. Senya volunteered at Elena's foundation, and Victor donated to her causes. Elena remained humble, her heart unchanged by wealth. Each night, in the library she once dusted, she read under the stars, her father's legacy alive in her kindness. The town called her a miracle, but Elena knew, miracles are crafted when we choose compassion over cruelty. Thank you so much for watching. Sparkling Heart. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, thumbs up, share cell phone with arrow, comment speech balloon, and subscribe bell to our channel for more amazing content. Your support means the world to us and keeps us motivated to bring you even more inspiring stories every day.